Welcome to a new series where I try to teach you a pretty cool concept in just 5 minutes. And today we're going to talk about data. So what is it that machine learning and data scientists know that you don't about data? Well, you know that data is used for reporting. You have large data sets, they go in Excel or they go in a database, and you can sum them up and do analytics. I'm going to teach you 2 words today that will make all the difference. And those 2 words are attributes and values. Let's look at an example. So I threw this together last night right before I went to bed. Let's look at the first row. So we have Mark is the first name, Ross is the last name, employee ID is 1. Date of birth, January 5, 1980. That's not true. City, New York, country, USA, VP is the title, and sales and trading is the division. We also have Andrea Green and Margot Robbie. Okay, in this table as well. And we have attributes about them as well. But we don't have values in this table. Even if I had salary in this table for them, there are no values. There's nothing transactional. We don't add rows to this table. It just describes an employee. And that's the key word for attributes, describing something. If you look at our values tab, though, this is transactional. So we might look at Mark Ross. You see over here, Mark has 3 rows, employee 1. And on March 27 and 26, there were 3 deals that Mark did. You can see the timestamps when they occurred over here, and these are the amounts of the deal, and here are the risks of the deal. So we have values, we have amounts, we have risks, and these are recurring. Every day there are new entries coming in. It could be once a month, it could be once a year, but the point is we are adding new rows with values. That's giving us more information about something happening with this employee. And you can see there are clients also. I didn't show you the client table, but there's also a client table. This is client 19, client 9, client 122. And like mentioned before, you certainly could do sorts of metrics. For example, this seems like pretty high risks to take for such a small amount. In fact, I can do some simple division. Yeah, that's high. It's percentage. There you go. That's pretty high. Let's just say it's percentage. And you can see 75 seems really high. 19 seems okay. 6 seems okay too. Interesting. Would you look at that? So the low risk deals seem to occur with client 122 specifically. You could also see some other interesting things about this data set. Employee 3 seems to like real estate deals. Employee 2 only has 1 deal, but that deal is worth more than every other deal here put together because employee 2 works in investment banking. So these values can help enhance our understanding of the attributes, and you could do much more. In this very simple example, I just have 3 rows, but usually you'll have hundreds or thousands of rows, maybe with lots of employees in different cities, and you can learn from these values and data, and maybe you can say, we see that the US employees tend to take higher risks, and their risk percentage per amount is over 75% on average, whereas the UK employees tend to take lower risks, and we can learn from that. So this is what data scientists and machine learning and all of these fancy data roles are doing, is they are learning. Their attributes are going smarter based on these values. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you learn anything in the comments below. Oh, and by the way, as a side, if you enjoyed this style of teaching and you find this data interesting, on Script Uni, I teach an advanced SQL course. You don't need any previous knowledge of SQL, but this is exactly the sort of stuff we do. I actually cover the same topic, but also how to run SQL queries on it and do much more advanced things. So if you find this interesting, you're welcome to head over there. I'm the instructor. I'm also the teacher's assistant right now, so I'd love to work with you. Yeah, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week.